Okay, so hopefully you guys can hear me. I am live. One second. Okay, so I am deciding to go live on Facebook and Instagram while I cook. So it's in the afternoon here in Phoenix, and so I'm about to cook while I talk and share something that's really important, something that I think is really important, and something that's really significant for 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 this current moment, for this present time. Hopefully, you can hear me good and clear. Um, if you hear some noises in the background, it's life. It's my refrigerator and possibly whatever's behind me. It makes noise sometimes. I don't know why. My sink makes noise and all that good stuff. So I'm going to cook while I talk to you guys. I'm going to do prep work while I talk. And yeah. So today I wanted to get into I guess a bit of a story time, basically. So yeah, anyway, so I was inspired from I was just in therapy with my therapist, and I was kind of going over some of an experience that I went through this past week, even though it's only Wednesday, this week. And basically, I was just talking to her about like being able to recognize how far I've come with myself internally and emotionally. And I wanted to share something with you guys about that experience, or about what it is that I gained from talking about an issue that I went through this past week. Sorry, I'm out of focus or out of camera. So basically, I I've been able to recognize something about myself, and it's how my life is right now, because it's for a specific reason. There's something that's going to happen, or there's something that's about to happen to me, and it's why I'm where I'm at. And it's the solution for where I currently stand. Hang on while I wash these tomatoes. So basically, cut tomatoes, cut some red onions, and I'm about to fry it up. So, where did I leave off? Okay, so let me get to the story, because I feel like I'm not telling you what it is that I'm trying to tell you. So here it goes. So basically, 2 years ago, I I think it was about 2 or 3 years ago, but I was living in Austin, and I was working uh, for myself. Basically, I was working a part-time delivery job for myself, and I was doing it on a motorcycle. So, can you believe that I used to ride a motorcycle, and it wasn't a big motorcycle or anything major, but it was still nonetheless a two-wheel um, way of transport or whatever. So basically, I just remember, like, at this time, I was living heavily in my masculine energy. I was so focused on getting money. I was so focused on, like providing for myself. I was focused on figuring it out my way because that's the way the works. You got to figure it out. You got to make it happen. You got to, do something to take care of yourself and survive. So my whole mentality at that time was like, I don't have time to focus on my emotions. I don't have time to focus on anything other than surviving and trying to make it in life and trying to get ahead. And I want to shout out someone, Asaf. Rizk Asaf, thank you for being here. So I at the time I was like just trying to figure it out, trying to like get money, trying to support myself, and trying to just, like not not be homeless, not have not struggle. It's so funny. I was trying not to be homeless at the time, and then I ended up being homeless for a short time here, which is funny. And that wasn't even out of my own um, doing, but it was a part of my journey. So, anyway, so what happened was at the time I was just focused on trying to amass amount of money and leading with my masculine energy of like being a go-getter, getting shit done, getting things done, and not prioritizing myself, really not really slowing down, not really making things come together, like, but kind of forcing it, essentially. And one second. Yeah, so anyway, sorry about that. So at the time I was really just unable to kind of slow down and pay attention to my emotions or pay attention to my life. I just had to go. I had to make things happen. I had to um just just like shut the world out essentially and focus on trying to trying to take care of myself. And now that and that was 2 years ago. And so now looking at my past self and learning from my past self, which I'm going to get to, but now that I'm here in Arizona, I don't have the luxury to just hop on a motorcycle and start making money. I don't have the luxury to like, um, I've had to pull back a lot. I've had to um, slow down a lot since I moved out of Austin. And now that I'm here in Phoenix and I don't have the same criteria, I don't have the same like resources that I can pull from to put me in a better place financially. So now that I'm here, I've had to slow down a lot. I've had to be more intentional with how I'm utilizing my time. I've had to be more intentional about like the work it is that I'm choosing to do for my part-time work. And I've had to be more intentional about like where my money's going and what I'm spending my money on and how I want to experience the things that I'm using, um, the resources that I'm using, talking about my financial stuff. Ooh, that's hot. And basically, I'm now in a place, and I was reflecting this with my therapist. I'm now in a place where I'm I'm having to I'm having to work through not just getting any old job just to like make ends meet, but I have to be intentional about like the jobs that I'm choosing. And this is a me thing. This is how I want to live my life, to be intentional, to be purposeful, and to really slow down and take my time. And that's what my life is calling me to now. Like I'm slowing down. I'm having to slow down. I have to slow down and I have to be intentional. I can't just hop on a bike and go make money, and I can't just hop on a bike and go do what I want to do. I have to like literally plan my day out and figure out, okay, what is it that I want to do today? What is it that I want to get? What is it that I want to get involved with today in order to make the most of my time and money? And basically, sorry, one second. I am just able to reconnect and realign with my feminine energy. And what does that look like for me now is that I can't just choose. I can't just pick it. I can't just pick and choose. I have to take the time to think about what I'm doing. Um, I can't have the mentality that I used to have, which was just like, oh, I gotta go make money. Let me hop on this bike for like 4 hours and do some deliveries and pick up like a couple $100. Um, which, trust me, like I miss that. I wish I could do that, but that's not what God's calling me to in the season of my life. What God is calling me to in the season of my life right now is to slow down and trust Him and trust the journey and trust myself and to be more intentional and more purposeful about what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. And this is out of my own will. Like, this is not what I'm like internally. Yes, deep inside me, I'm choosing this for myself. This is what I've always wanted, to be honest with you. I've always wanted to live like a more slower life and to be able to be more in my feminine energy, and I get to do that right now in this time in my life, and I'm grateful for it because it's allowing me to be so much more of what I want to be. Pause. Where's my salt? So yeah, so it's allowing me to be so much more of what I want to be, and that is someone who is intentional. Y'all, I don't think I can cook while I'm talking to you, but I'm trying. Hopefully this comes out delicious though. Um, so yeah, sorry for the long wait. I'm gonna probably just hold off on cooking. One second. So anyway, and I can't move. I would, but I can't move these my laptop to where I'm cooking or my phone to where I'm cooking because right now they're charging. So I'm just gonna pause on the cooking and just get through this video. So basically, what I was saying is that it's allowed me to live more of what I want to live, which is to be my feminine self and to make a home for myself and to settle in and to feel um, to make a business out of my life and how I'm living it. And I think all those times that I was on a bike, this is what I wanted. This is where I wanted to be. I wanted to be in the home. I wanted to be at home, working from home. And I'm doing that right now. I'm building that up for myself right now by talking to you and being present with you guys. Um, and so the purpose of this video is to try and like show you, like, learn from your past self, like learn from the past self that you used to be. I didn't have the time in the past to just sit down and learn my emotions as much as I am now. Like, yes, I could give you life lessons and I could give you experiences to draw from, but I wasn't able to assess my own shit, like my own difficult emotional shit. I just had to kind of put in the back burner and focus on the present moment. But now, from where I stand, I'm able to relax and I'm able to support myself and check in with myself even more than what I used to do. And work through, and not just put in the back burner, but work through my emotions and work through my thoughts and really try and understand where I'm coming from and why things are what they are for me, like why things are the way they are, like I'm doing right now. um, so yeah, I don't know if there's much more that I want to say, but I do know that I wanted to just be able to share and show. This is kind of like a show and tell, but share and show how far I've come and call you to kind of look at who you are now and kind of compare that to who you were 2, 3 years ago. This was in 2019 for me when I was in Austin and I was on a motorcycle and my mindset was like, no, I gotta get things done. I gotta get money. I gotta do this. I gotta do that just so that I can have a roof over my head so that I don't end up where I actually did end up, which was homeless, or so that I didn't end up not being able to take care of myself at the end of the day. And I was forcing things and I was trying to be, and I was so worried about like my future and I was so worried about my present and I was just focused on getting money and trying to make sure that no matter what that I could have the money to take care of myself, to put myself in a better place or in a good place, if not better. Yeah. And now my life is more about like, no, like trusting, just trusting the process, trusting the moment, trusting where I'm at is serving me for a reason and a purpose. And that's something, and this is the thing that you guys don't know. I know something's going to come out of this. I just can't tell you what it is. I know that something is on its way, and it's because of the fact that I can no longer do it my way, do it the way that I think that I should do it, or do it according to the way society says that it's supposed to be done. And what I'm talking about is my life. Like, I can't live my life according to the ways that society thinks that I'm supposed to do it. I can't live my life according to the way that my familial structure wants me to do it, but I have to do it how it fits me best. And that's been my life, and that's been my past. That's been my past lesson. That's been my life lesson. That's where I'm currently at. Um, yeah. So I'm seeing the difference. And the way that I'm living my life right now, I currently don't have a car. I currently cannot get on a motorcycle, nor do I really desire to, because that shit is dangerous. Like, do you know how many times I almost lost my life, or I almost lost a limb, to be honest with you? I could have almost lost a limb being on a motorcycle, but by the grace of God, and I was on a motorcycle, I want to say, for a year. So I was doing this for an entire year, not focusing on being with myself, but trying to just get to a place. Like trying to get somewhere that really is nowhere at the end of the day. There's nowhere to get to because you're already there. You just have to recognize that you're already where you're supposed to be or where you want to be. So basically, putting myself in danger, trying to amass more money just so that I can say that I can take care of myself versus actually slowing down and being intentional about how I take care of myself, how I provide for myself. And this is the way that I want, and this is the way that I choose to provide for myself, is to connect with people and to share who I am with people and to be able to teach life to people, um, in a way that serves you, in a way that inspires you, in a way that allows you to be more authentically you in your body and in your skin. That is what I desire for everyone. And so now, looking back on my past self, I would say thank you. Thank you for being strong. Thank you for having courage. Thank you for being the man that I wish I had, um, in the moment, because I literally was my own, like, husband at the time. I was the man that I wish I became the man that I wish I had in my life. I became my provider. I became my supporter. I became someone who hustled and grinded in order to take care of herself, in order to take care of her, in order to take care of her significant other, which was myself. um, yeah, and I think that's so sexy. So shout out to my old self. um, yeah. So yeah, just take this time to really be proud of, the past you, if you weren't ever proud of the past self that you were. Something on my glasses, not unless it's light reflecting. Yeah, it's probably light. And kind of reach back and look back about upon yourself, about what it took for you to get to where you are now, because it serves you. um, all of that served me, and it's still serving me. And now I get to be here. I get to be with myself. I get to be, so now I'm more in my feminine energy. And I'm just exploring that. I'm exploring that, and I'm in reception. Yeah, like I'm open and receptive to it. So yeah, so that's my video for today, and I hope you got something out of it, and that's it. I will talk to you in the next video. And yeah, so send you my love, and